Thank you, Karen, for the introduction, and can I also extend our welcome to you. It's great to see so many people here this morning at the Europa Hotel. As Karen has said, this is a joint initiative between Invest and I, our colleagues, and ourselves. And I suppose this event has come about as a result of ongoing meetings which take place between Invest and ourselves on a regular basis. And Invest have had a series of events which they have delivered right across Northern Ireland over the last couple of months, aimed at any business in Northern Ireland who really wanted to get access to information around Brexit. And when we did an analysis of the attendance at those events, it became apparent that there was a very limited, I suppose, representation from the tourism sector at those. And in fact, you could have counted the numbers of people who were in attendance on one hand. So we decided it might be beneficial if we were to collectively do something specifically aimed at the tourism sector itself, and that is how today has really come about. So we have sort of used our contacts and we've got the message out that there's an opportunity to learn a little bit. I think it's probably clear that approach has worked, given the numbers of people we are here. And really what we want to do this morning, I suppose, are to concentrate on those things which are likely to have significance to the tourism sector. Invest's programme has covered a wide range of things. Not all of that is necessarily relevant. So what we want to do this morning is to concentrate on the areas of strategic sourcing, as many of you will, I'm sure, source products from outside of Northern Ireland, or indeed services from outside of Northern Ireland, and particularly from the Republic of Ireland. And we also want to take the opportunity to look at the issue of workforce retention, not least given the dependency of this sector on migrant labour. Over 22% of people employed in the tourism and hospitality sector are migrants, and of course the changes that are being proposed under Brexit could significantly impact your ability to retain those employees. So what we want to do today is to give some advice as to how we best go about both attracting and retaining labour as we move forward. As Karen said, I think it was 9 days to go until we could potentially be leaving the European Union. And just in case you're thinking that we're turning up here 9 days before the event and we haven't done anything up until that point, there have been a significant number of actions that we have been involved in over the last 3 to 4 months, which we have not branded as being Brexit specific, but really the purpose of what we're trying to do is to minimise the impact that Brexit may have next year. And in October, the department gave us almost £700,000 to take forward a series of initiatives. So as a part of that, we have substantially increased our PR, working very closely with our colleagues in Tourism Ireland. We have brought in about 150 additional journalists over and above that which we did last year to basically try to counteract some of the negativity around the association between Northern Ireland, backstops, borders, all of that sort of negative press that is out there, and trying to make sure that we've got positive messages going out about Northern Ireland. And we also have extended our campaign that we run in the Republic of Ireland right up until Easter to make sure that we are maximising the potential for people to come from the Republic to visit us. And I think it's fair to say we've got some of our colleagues here from Tourism Ireland in the room. They too have been running a very significant campaign in GB to try to make sure we get best value out of the fact that, given that we're part of the Sterling Zone, we're still very good value for money in that marketplace, and we're trying to encourage as many people as we can from GB to visit here. We also, you've probably noticed, running a very significant domestic marketing campaign. Really what we're trying to do there, if we're brutally honest, is to counteract, I suppose, the Brexit campaign which Fáilte Ireland are running, because one of the things that they're trying to do, recognising the numbers of people from GB travelling to the Republic, is potentially going to reduce. They are looking to Northern Ireland and trying to encourage the numbers of people who previously came from here to the south, which has reduced in recent years, to try to lift that number up again. And what we're trying to do is to make sure that we encourage as many people from Northern Ireland who are intending to take a short break on the island of Ireland to take their short break here at home over the next number of months. We've also increased our activity in the incentive market, really trying to drive high-end visitors into Northern Ireland. And just this week we have a delegation of Northern Ireland people with us in the United States, trying to secure additional business on the back of the Host Global event that we had here in the summer of this year. And we have also uplifted our marketing and promotion in the golf sector. And really what we're trying to do there is to encourage as many people to come here and enjoy the golf experience that you can get in Northern Ireland in advance of the Open and directly after the Open when people have left, because that's going to be a really busy period. But we want to make sure we maximise the opportunity that the Open is going to bring with us. And we're also supporting a very substantial campaign which Visit Belfast are currently running with a range of partners in the city to encourage additional conferences to come into Belfast. And one of the other things that we have been active in, as you may well know, Northern Ireland was voted the best food destination at the World Travel Market in November of last year. So we have been working very closely with the journalists and with the trade, to expose that award. You'll see a lot more activity around that over the next number of weeks. We're really trying to maximise every opportunity that we've got to encourage as many people as we can to come here. So really what we've been trying to do is trying to drive demand to make sure that bedrooms are filled, activity providers are getting as many customers as they can, and counteract some of that negativity which has been floating around over the last number of months or so. And whilst all that is ongoing, we have also made a submission to the department for additional funds to continue with that type of activity during the 2019-2020 financial year. So that's what's going on in the background. Back to this morning. Today is really an opportunity to hear from our guest speakers who have been supporting and guiding local businesses on the current and potential impact of Brexit. And we have with us this morning Dr. Esmond Birnie from Ulster University, who you probably all know, who's been involved over the last 30 years, I suppose, in providing economic analysis and advising government and business. And I think Esmond is going to do his best. How he will do it, given the mess that we've got, but give us a sense of what this might mean in macroeconomic terms and the impact that this might have on the tourism sector for our, I suppose, setting a context for some of the broader conversations we might have. We have Mike McGrath, who is the Managing Director of a company called Avro. They are strategic sourcing consultants, and they develop techniques to help companies reduce costs and risks associated with Brexit, and you will hopefully get some benefit from that. And finally, we have Philip McNally of KPMG Legal Services Ireland. Philip is manager in the Corporate Immigration and Employment Law team, and he provides general advisory and support services to all areas of UK immigration law. So if you're in the business of employing immigrant employees, hopefully there will be some very relevant information that you will get from that. So we're all very grateful to our speakers for joining us here today, and we hope that you will find this to be a very useful session from your perspective. What I would say is that we have left on the table a little feedback form, and that's to give you the opportunity after the event, if you feel that there is further information that you think that we or our colleagues in Invest NI can provide over the next number of weeks and months, we'd be very keen to hear what that might be, and we can then give considerations to how we best meet your needs in addressing some of the challenges that we have in 2019 and beyond. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. I'm going to hand you back to Karen, and I hope you all have a very enjoyable day. Thank you.